Tonight, a former Kitchener neurologist facing 48 sexual assault charges, acquitted on all counts. The details from court and reaction. Plus, OHL Western Conference Finals get underway tonight. We're live at the Odd as the Kitchener Rangers get set to face off against the Windsor Spitfires. And soft adventures, the emerging travel trend focusing on low-risk, accessible outdoor activities. CTV News at 5 starts right now. Good afternoon. A former neurologist accused of sexually assaulting 48 of his female patients has been acquitted. Justice Craig Perry ruling he is satisfied that there was a valid medical reason for the examinations Jeffrey Sloka performed at his Kitchener clinic. CTV's Krista Simpson was in the courtroom when the verdict was read and joins us now with more. Krista.
Leanne, the courtroom was packed as Justice Perry read his verdict. The entire written decision is more than 1,000 pages long, so he read a summary, which took about 20 minutes. The Crown had argued that Sloka used medical examinations as a ruse to gain access to the bodies of female patients for sexual purposes. Perry said they failed to prove that. He also largely discounted the testimony of another neurologist brought in as an expert who told court in her opinion the exams Sloka did aren't typically done by neurologists. And the judge said all the women who testified were unreliable, that some of them provided evidence that wasn't credible and others were deliberately dishonest. Ultimately, Sloka was acquitted on all counts. Outside the courthouse, we spoke with the executive director of the Sexual Assault Support Center of Waterloo Region, as well as Sloka's legal team.
The court doesn't work on a balance of probabilities. It works beyond a reasonable doubt. So it's really important that our community knows that not guilty does not mean not guilty of causing harm, and it doesn't mean innocent.
Dr. Sloka will not be speaking to the media, but he wants me to, on his behalf, let everyone know that all he ever wanted out of this was a fair trial, okay? And he got a fair trial, and the community got a fair trial.
That was Sarah Castleman, the executive director of the Sexual Assault Support Center of Waterloo Region First, followed by Jeffrey Sloka's lawyer, David Humphrey. Now, when the verdict was read out, some people in the courtroom began crying, some walked out. Coming up at 6, we'll have more on this case, the verdict, and we'll hear from some of the women who testified. Leanne.
Okay, Krista, thanks so much. CTV's Krista Simpson joining us live. And many of those complainants in the case and supporters left court today stunned. Some say the acquittal on all counts is devastating, and they feel the judge dismissed their testimony of what they describe as a highly traumatic event. Due to a publication ban, we cannot name the people involved in the case.
There's no words to put into what happened today. It is devastating on every level. It doesn't matter what a judge says or what people think. We know, and we are behind one another 100,000,000%.
I'm peeking in. There is no justice. No. None.
No justice at all. He walked away free.
CTV's Jeff Pickle will have more from complainants and their supporters tonight at 6. And now we'll turn to our first check on the forecast. Ashley is out live at the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium, where the Kitchener Rangers are getting set to face off against the Windsor Spitfires. Ash, this is the first game of the OHL Western Conference Finals.
Oh, you got it, Leanne. I mean, the team has worked hard to get here, winning in 5 games the last series against the Sioux Greyhound, but ready to kick off this one against the Windsor Spitfires in just about an hour, or 2 hours rather. Puck drop just after 7 o'clock. So it's going to be an exciting night. Obviously, it's quite quiet in here right now. Not a lot going on within the arena, but fans are already starting to line up. So you can feel the excitement already building in the arena. However, it's colder outside today. Oh my goodness. goodness, did we not feel the cold or what? It was so nice yesterday. So by comparison, a little jacket was necessary. And this is definitely the place to be on a Friday night, is right here in the Odd, enjoying hockey with those cooler temperatures and some more rain on the way. Let's get right to our satellite radar for this evening. You can see there's not a lot really going on at this stage. We have a few spotty showers going to start popping up through Waterloo region in about 3 hours or so. And then really the heavier part of the system is going to start making its way through the region through the overnight hours and into your Saturday morning. So if you are headed out tonight, I recommend bringing an umbrella, because there's a good chance you might end up with a bit of rain here or there. Sitting at 12 degrees right now, which is where we should be for this time of year. An easterly wind at 22 kilometers an hour around the region. Things are looking pretty good. A very seasonal day. 22 degrees still in Sarnia and 18 in Windsor, so a little bit warmer there. But right here again in Waterloo region, sitting at around 12 degrees. So overall, not too bad outside of the arena, Leanne. But things, like I said, are going to start heating up inside the arena in just a short while.
Well, that is certainly the place to be in town tonight, Ash. We'll check back in a little later. And we'll take a break. But before we do, here's what you need to know. Tails on Trails, a walk or run in support of the KW Stratford Perth Humane Society, is happening May 30th. It's taking over Bechtel Park for the 5K, 2.5K, or 200-meter pup run. You can find out more online. If there's one thing I love, it is traveling, and there are just so many different ways to adventure. There's a new trend that is sweeping the nation. Mitchell Alexander, the editor-in-chief of Globetrotting magazine, is here to tell us all about it. It's great to see you.
Thanks for having me back.
Of course, always.
So we're going to talk today about soft adventure.
Okay, I love that.
So this allows you to embrace the thrills of travel without the intensity.
Okay.
So it's still about exploration and discovery, but it doesn't necessarily stretch your comfort zone quite as much.
This is nice because sometimes we try to pack so much in that we're exhausted by the time, you know that saying, I need a vacation from vacation?
Yes, soft adventure will ease you in a little bit more. So if we picture hard adventure travel, that's going to be like open ocean scuba diving followed by a 5-day hike through the mountains. Soft adventure might be snorkeling in a lagoon and then maybe a half-day walk on a coastal trail.
Okay, that sounds fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I was a hard travel enthusiast. So you would find me skydiving, cliff jumping in Costa Rica, but honestly, that terrifies me now.
Does it?
100%. So this is my soft adventure era.
I think I can see you doing that, but soft adventure era, that's what we're in. So what are some of the kind of things that we need?
So I've got 2 trips planned this year that are soft adventure focused, and ultimately you can find soft adventure pretty much anywhere in the world. The trick is to use a travel advisor, and they'll make sure they connect you with the right soft adventure experience, and then of course remove all of the stress.
Okay.
So the trips I'm going on this year were planned by the travel advisors at Go Away Travel in Toronto, and the first one I'm going on is called Active Japan. So that's going to be about 2 weeks, going to Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto.
Wow.
So I've got my New Balance running shoes planned here because we're hiking the Nagasando Trail, and if you want to do the whole thing, it's about 500 kilometers. We're going to just do about a half-day afternoon, and we're going to end in a really cool town called Sumago.
Okay, that's because we're soft adventuring. We don't have to go to the extreme, right, and do the whole thing.
Totally. There's some really cool cycling tours. So I've got my moisture-wicking aloe t-shirts planned here. So we've got cycling tours at the base of Mount Fuji through green tea fields, through the winding alleys of Kyoto. And then at the very end, we're going to a wasabi farm. Depending on your spice tolerance, that could be hard or soft adventure.
Yes, that's true.
And a long-haul flight to Japan, I always take my Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair sheet masks, and then I arrived ready for soft adventure with soft skin.
Yeah, that's so nice. Can I come?
Absolutely.
This sounds like a great trip.
Or you could also join me in New Zealand.
Ooh.
So the travel advisors at Go Away Travel really know the South Pacific, and that is a true globe-trotting destination. So this is a 12-day trip called New Zealand Landscapes and Wonders, and it goes all over the country, starting with kayaking in glacier-carved lakes, exploring geothermal pools. We have a nighttime walk through a wildlife sanctuary.
So cool.
And then the grand finale on that trip is a helicopter scenic tour that lands on top of a glacier. and then you explore it up there. Like, how cool is that?
This is a dream vacation, I feel like.
100%. And for any soft adventure, I always recommend sunscreen. This Clinique SPF is one of my favorites. So now that you know a little bit about soft travel, where do you want to go next?
Okay, well, I'm thinking I actually just got back from a trip as well, which I think is in that soft adventure era. We did the Dominican Republic. A lot of it was beaching, poolside. We did some aquafit.
Ooh, yeah.
We did some walks on the beach.
Sounds
it was
good.
Very relaxing, celebrating one of my friends who's getting married. So it was so nice to just have girl time, relax, lay on the beach like that.
Love it.
Yeah, it was fun.
We've written about soft adventure in Globetrotting magazine quite a bit, and actually we've got our new issue coming out in June. We're really excited because we're completely redesigning it. We're making it smaller, more travel friendly, and we want to invite the viewers for a free subscription. They just need to go to goglobetrotting.com to sign up for that. And if you want to follow along on my adventure redesigning a magazine, you can follow me on Instagram at _Mitchell Alexander.
Amazing. You can get some soft adventure travel tips. I'm going to have to start planning my next soft adventure vacation because yours sound really good. Japan and New Zealand, 2 places I haven't been to, so I'm going to have to add them to the list.
Let's get planning.
All right, Mitchell, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
And here's what you need to know. Personalize your Nest remote at the Level Up Workshop Nest Inspired Remix. It's happening at Retro Remix Studios at the Gaslight District in Cambridge on May 14th. Tickets can be found online. The Odd, where Ashley Bacon is for us tonight as the Kitchener Rangers get set to face off against the Windsor Spitfires. Ash, that's going to be the place to be tonight.
That's right, Leanne. As you can see behind me, it's a little quiet in here still, but things will pick up in no time at all. It is going to be a really contentious series. I mean, obviously, the Spitfires and the Rangers have a really great rivalry that have been going on for many years now, and this isn't the first time they've met in the playoffs. But we need to talk about what's happening with the team, and Captain Cameron Reid caught up with me a little earlier in the week to tell me how things are looking going into the Western Conference Series. Take a look. Cam, round 3, Western Conference Finals about to get underway. What's the feeling in the room?
Yeah, it's a lot of excitement. I think we want to get to the spot. We want to get further too, and both teams are really good. It's going to be a really hard series, and yeah, we're excited.
Of course, you had the Sioux the last round, went 5 games. It was close matches a few of those games. What was the feeling going out of that into this one?
Yeah, I mean, that was a good series. Even though we got them at 5, it felt more like a 6 or 7 game series. So it was a really tough series, but it was good for us. I mean, we're about to go into another tough series. It's going to be a battle, and yeah, we're ready.
Let's talk about that battle. A bit of a rivalry here, a 401 rivalry with the Spitfires. Is that build a little more pressure knowing that you're playing guys that really are just down the road?
Yeah, I mean, not really. I don't think that's for us, but it just makes it a little more exciting, and especially for the fans and the people watching overall, I think it just makes it a little more entertaining, and which we love. I mean, that's why we play, so it's awesome.
8 games left to win it all. 8 more wins to win it all, I should say. Is that a lot of pressure, or do you just take one shift at a time?
Yeah, you just take one shift at a time. One shift, one game. That's kind of our motto, and that's how we roll from game 1 of the regular season to the end of it. I mean, it's going to be our mindset, so it's going to be fun.
Lastly, what is it going to take to get those W's on the board come, game 1, game 2, and then when you're away in Windsor?
I think just effort and composure. I think that's the biggest thing. Playoffs is unpredictable, and anything can happen at any time. And to stay composed and to keep on going forward, I think that's the biggest thing for us.
Thanks, Cam. Good luck.
Thank you.
There you go. You heard it from the captain himself. All right, let's take a look at what's happening with our weather because things are about to change. We are expecting some rain to start moving through the region over the next couple of hours. We will see those storms moving through. Oh, we are having a little bit of technical difficulty here, folks. Bear with us. Our system seemed there we go. So that storm is going to continue to move through the region over the next few hours into Saturday morning. By the afternoon, though, things should start clearing up, but we will have to get through through that first. As the stands, we're sitting at 11 degrees for Waterloo region, so not too bad. 18 in Windsor, 21 in Sarnia. So conditions around the region, not too bad. We are very seasonal right now. 4 degrees is our expected overnight low, with around 10 to 15 millimeters of that rain going to fall through the overnight hours. Now, tomorrow we should see another 5 to 10 millimeters, especially in the earlier morning hours. 8 degrees is the expected daytime high, which isn't quite what we're used to this time of year. If we take a look at the almanac, normal for this time of year is 14 for a daytime high and 3 as an overnight low. So by comparison, you know, we are sitting pretty close to where we should be. Back in 1931, the overnight low record was set at minus 6.7, so much warmer at that 4 degrees. I know I'm missing that 20-degree sunshine weather we had yesterday, but take a look at our first at 5 forecast for Waterloo region. Not too bad come Sunday. The sun making a return, a high of 16 degrees. Monday, a beautiful day. 19 is the expected daytime high, 6 as an overnight low. Rain potentially moving back into play on Tuesday, with 13 degrees as the expected daytime high, and a chance for showers on Wednesday and 14. So overall, Leanne, conditions outside very seasonal today and will be a little bit under seasonal tomorrow, but come Sunday, Monday, we are looking at some beautiful days outside. Let's get through the game here tonight, though, first.
Roller coaster trend, that is April, and that's what we've known. But focus on the game. Go Rangers, go. Have fun.
Thanks.
Here's what's trending. The region of Waterloo officially has a professional pickleball team set to compete in the Canadian National Pickleball League this season. The Grand River Rapids are the region's first pro pickleball team, made up of male and female athletes from all over the world. The athletes are generally coaches or instructors when they're not competing, but come together on the weekends to play in tournaments throughout the season. The CNPL has 8 events set to happen across Canada this summer, and athletes say the talent in the league is only getting better each year.
Every year, the talent increases, the number of players who are interested in playing increases, and so I think as that continues to grow and the popularity grows, we're going to see sponsorship flow in. We're going to see a lot of ways to make this feasible for people to do full time.
At 6, Colton Weens will have more details about the new pro team and how the league works. And the Toronto Blue Jays begin a series with the Cleveland Guardians this evening.
In the air to left field, dropping fair.
The team is coming off a 7-3 loss to the Los Angeles Angels on Wednesday afternoon. First pitch for tonight's game against Cleveland is set for just after 7 p.m. at the Rogers Center. Max Scherzer is expected to get the start for the Jays. Okay, still ahead on CTV News at 5, fears for freshwater fish. What University of Waterloo researchers have found in the animals living in the Grand River. We'll have those details coming up in our final 5 stories after the break. And here is what you need to know. Born in the 80s, retro dance experience is happening tomorrow night at Maxwell's Concerts and Events. It's the best of the 80s party hits. Doors open at 7:30. Tickets can be found online for the 19+ event. Stay with us.
Bounce 99.5 has the music you just can't quit. Home of Bounce Mornings with Angie Hill and Sarge. KW's Bounce 99.5. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app.
Fire damaged 3 homes at a Better Tent City earlier today. In tonight's Digital Dive, details on the fire at the tiny home community in Kitchener. Scan the QR code, download the CTV News app, or go to ctvnewskitchener.ca. Okay, here's the the final 5 stories we are following on this Friday afternoon. A wide area of central Canada is dealing with an intense spring storm that's bringing heavy snow, freezing rain, and even blizzard conditions to parts of Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and northwestern Ontario. These pictures were taken early Thursday morning in Saskatchewan, where Environment Canada says 22 centimeters of snow had already fallen. The weather agency says some parts of northern Saskatchewan could see upwards of 70 centimeters of snow. This is courtesy of a storm that's working its way along the Saskatchewan-Manitoba border. Road conditions were so bad in Alberta yesterday that gas and food were being delivered to drivers who found themselves stranded south of Fort McMurray.
Government will see this as an opportunity to destroy records.
Bill 97, the Ford government's spring budget, has received a royal assent. Ontario NDP leader Merritt Stiles says she remains concerned about the changes to the Freedom of Information legislation. In addition to the Premier, cabinet ministers and their staff are exempt from FOI requests under the new law. And the provincial government says it plans to build an OPP detachment on the grounds of a revitalized Ontario Place. It comes as the city is about to upload responsibility of the DVP and the Gardiner to the province. It will allow for the OPP to police those 2 routes effectively with a new local detachment in place. The Gardiner and DVP are currently patrolled by the Toronto Police Service. Requests for building proposals are being considered, and there's no word on when construction might be complete. Resale ticket prices in Ontario will be capped starting next week. Ticketmaster Canada says soon fans won't be able to resell their tickets for more than the original cost. It follows amendments to the Ticket Sales Act that make it illegal for tickets to live events to be resold for more than the all-in purchase price, including fees and taxes. The province says it's eyeing penalties of up to $10,000 for ticket businesses that break the new rules. And finally, researchers from the University of Waterloo were out collecting samples from the Grand River today. The goal is to find out how nearby wastewater treatment plants are impacting fish in the area. Pharmaceuticals and opioids have been detected in the aquatic animals. Now the team is working to find out if the low concentration levels are impacting behavior over time, especially when drug compounds change so frequently.
People make new chemicals, so we now are talking about fentanyl, tomorrow maybe no, so this changed a lot, and then because of that, the idea is that we know what is actually now as our baseline.
That story and more are coming up at the top of the hour. Tony Grace will have your next local news at 6. We'll leave it there and send it over to our colleagues at CTV National for the next half hour. Have a great weekend.